Hello, my name is Grace Wong. I am the regional head in the Asia Pacific area for Life and Health Business Management. Teams have gone through, in fact I heard reflection made recently that, hey, we've lived through this BOF migration last year, all of our team collectively navigated through that, then we can live through anything. Because last year was really trying for many of the teams. So before I forget, a big thank you, and thank you to all the teams that are involved, like I called out earlier, and your commitment to making this happen.
In 2008, I took on the role as head of migration rollouts. For me, this has been a journey of connecting the dots. When we started, we had absolutely no idea how important data and analytics will be for Swiss Re. This journey has been all about creating a strong foundation of data and analytics by cleaning the data, moving the data to a standardized platform, which is real now, and standardizing the global process. I am proud of what we have achieved as a company.
The completion of the ANZ migration was quite a big moment for me because I originally joined the Business of the Future project way back in 2002. It's not been boring, and on a personal level, it's given me the opportunity to visit a number of the Swiss Re offices around the world and work with some really fantastic and very talented people. So at the end of 15 years, it's quite a moment for me personally, but I think everyone involved in the project should be immensely proud of what we've achieved.
To my dear friends in Australia, it's been a long journey. It started last year in about March when I visited you. I met a great team. You've come a long way. We are operating in production and we seem to be flying. I'd like to congratulate you on a hell of a great job you did. Congrats, team.
The BOF vision was to have an end-to-end system from the time that you won the quote or even quoted on the business to closing the books and records. We didn't always get what we wanted when we wanted it, but the end result is amazing. An end-to-end system that truly talks to each other all the way from beginning to end.
Australia, welcome to our world. It's like I said, it's been an amazing journey. We've enjoyed it, we appreciate it, as I know you guys will as well. So just enjoy it, go with it, and wish you the best of luck. And you're really gonna find great benefits with this. Call us to chat, ask questions or whatever, we're here for you.
I'd just like to pass on a personal thank you to my team and the significant contribution you've made to making the migrations happen across the globe. So sincere thanks, and I really appreciate the support you've given.
Thanks from me to the 30 plus employees in Folkestone who've been working on this project and I think have done a great job with their counterparts around the world and shown a lot of strength in collaboration. But also to everybody else really that's been instrumental in pushing us past this significant milestone and stayed up late and got up early to do that. There's been lots of people that have gone above and beyond, so thanks.
Just like to say a big thank you to the message management work stream. All the long hours, early mornings, late nights, frustrating calls, learning about new systems has all been worth it in the end, and we now see the Australian system up and running and BAU. I'd also like to thank the operations team, so Chile and evaluations guys, for all their efforts, and Ziga as well. Thanks.
I'd just like to say a thank you to my team in particular for the fun and enjoyment, and it really has been, in bringing this system in, plus everybody else, certainly our counterparts in Sydney that provided wonderful support, but all of the other functions, in particular the DM team and the systems and processes team, for having the opportunity to be involved in this project, because out of this project I've journeyed to Sydney and discovered the delights of Tim Tams, and they have a massive thumbs up for me and for my team. So thanks everybody for those.
I think one of the learnings is that the success of the program was actually due to the fact that we had very high commitment from top management. Probably because it started with Christian at the beginning, who actually together with James Shepherd put this program in place. And throughout the years, the commitment from top management in the LSC was quite impressive, and I think that's what kept us going.
As with many of these large migrations and the integration projects, a lot of hard work and commitment went into it. So thanks a lot to the entire team, and congratulations for putting this final piece of the Life and Health Landscape Steering Committee jigsaw into the right space. Thank you.
The Life and Health landscape has actually been a vision which was started in 2008, and overall it took many years to bring the different components together. And you can imagine that this is actually extremely complex because so many different parts are moving. And I find it an incredible feat that we finally managed to bring all these elements together and roll out the so-called real landscape. So I'm very happy that we've seen this kind of great collaboration within the Life and Health community, and that we have now built a foundation from where we can actually move on and do the next steps to improve and give more value to the Life and Health community.
One of the things that was different on this migration project was the various time zones. So I was working with teams from Folkestone, UK. We had the TA team, business team there, as well as systems and processes team members. Sydney, Australia, we had people from the TA team as well as the project manager. And then the migration team was primarily based in Bangalore. So we had, along with the US, we had 4 different time zones we were trying to cover. So having joint meetings was really challenging, but I think we worked very well together too. We would kind of split the pain of those meetings, so it was either early morning for one region or late evening for another, and just try to make sure that we could find a good time where we could all meet. Like, congratulations to the team on successful migration, and it was just a great project to work on, from my opinion.
It's been a pleasant journey, a challenge, but it's also been a nice journey of how many different people I've had a chance to meet, work with, and become friends with over the years. That it's just been something very positive, and something very positive in knowing it's been helping the overall goal of Swiss Re to further enhance our profitability for the company, and to better service our clients.
Thank you so much. I mean, there's a massive team in Bangalore, but again, people in the PSB that were from Hong Kong, from EMEA, so Folkestone, a massive input from the Folkestone team, which has been great. But at the same time, people from the PSB in Zurich and London that were on calls at ridiculous hours, through to North America, where obviously sometimes it wasn't in hub offices there were people like teleworkers sort of working from various points that really dialed in and helped us get to the end result. So without naming names, because I don't want to forget anyone, you all know who you are. Thank you so much. The Australian business would not be in the position that we're in today if you hadn't gone above and beyond really what your role required. So thank you very much.
There's a joke in the IT industry that projects are rarely delivered on time, or at least those sitting outside the IT industry. And I'm really proud to see that the team has managed to execute the real project here in Sydney, in Australia, on time and with what appeared to be minimum fuss. I know there was an enormous number of people involved in all of this, which requires an enormous amount of coordination right across the globe, and the team has done a magnificent job in delivering this to the Australian business on time. We can do this concurrently with the rest of the globe, and I think that's fantastic. It's interesting that this week the regulator said that they were going to start looking at legacy systems across businesses in Australia, life businesses in Australia, and we can hold our hands up and say, actually, we don't have a legacy system here anymore. We have a brand spanking new system, and I think that's really great news for us. I'd really like to thank the team who worked on this. It was a cross-functional team. It was a global team. We had an enormous amount of help that came down to Sydney to help us with this project. And again, it was delivered on time, and I think that was a fantastic effort from all involved. A little bit like, for me, it was like ducks paddling on top of water. Lots going on underneath the water, but smooth as silk on top. So thank you to all involved.
It would be a long list, and if I was to name everybody individually, we'd probably get into the hundreds of individuals, which does demonstrate how large of a project it was. I think, in fairness to everybody, my approach would be to thank the teams. Definitely starting with the migration team in Bangalore, who did a great job migrating our data. The MM team in the UK, once again, provided fantastic support and allowed us to complete what we thought was probably a really aggressive target of 23 MMs that were all implemented on time. The systems and processes team, of course, did a great job. The team in the US that supported all the changes, all the gaps, and were able to get through the changes in time for go live. Once again, another fantastic effort. The local team, obviously you can't forget them. Not only the business users, but also the IT team, the legacy IT team that, for the most part, is still the same team that was here in 2008, who've actually stayed on to actually see this through. So definitely a huge wrap for them. And I think probably the people that get forgotten are the ones that had to support the business while everybody else was off doing BOF. So a big thank you to them as well.
I just wanted to say thank you for all the additional work and support that you've put in. There was some very strange hours for some people, and this additional effort is really appreciated to get us to where we are today.
I'd like to thank TC from our Bangalore team and Dave Walker from the TA team, Chris Hancock's on his project lead, and also the staff in the UK who helped with all of the mapping and setting up all of the tapes for processing.
Well, I think to thank any particular individuals would probably be the wrong thing to do, because there's so many efforts. I mean, so many people that I was aware of that were working on this, and I know there were so many people that I was not aware of and never met through this whole program who had a significant part to play. So really, the call out and the thank you would be to all the IT teams from wherever they were, from the US, Europe, especially from Bangalore, huge teams in the Bangalore and huge commitment from Bangalore on this one, and the business teams around the world. So special commitment obviously from the ANZ guys, again also from the US guys on Oracle, Subledger, and particularly from Folkestone as well from a TA claims perspective. But again, there's so many others, people in Europe, all over the planet that helped bring this one in.
Hi, Team Australia. Whether you're from the business, from IT, or the functions which have really helped to deliver the final phase of the rollout of the real environment, formerly known as BOF, we have now completed the global consolidation of our landscape for policy, administration and beyond, and that's thanks to you. I appreciate the huge efforts that you've all made in getting this done. Thank you. High five.